We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
You are listening to The Underground Marketing Conspiracy, a secret ritual where entrepreneurs acquire highly classified and confidential business knowledge that the top 1% of income earners don't want you to know. And now, your host, Maddie Milligan.
What is going on, my fellow conspirator and conspirators? Welcome to The Underground Marketing Conspiracy. Woo! So, Frank Kern was at Funnel Hacking Live. And I wasn't there. I wasn't there to shake his hand. Probably one of the people I respect most in the entire world. Self-made man. Has been in the game for 20 plus years. Responsible for some of the biggest launches in history of internet marketing. And just a cool dude, honestly. Like, classic surfer dude. Very relaxed, super laid back, very introverted, yet still just puts himself out there. Kind of weird. Really funny guy, too. Like, good sense of humor. Doesn't take himself too seriously. But at the same time, has made tons of money. Owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom. Has one of the most beautiful wives I've ever seen. So I'm not going to lie. Kind of jealous of that. I'm kind of jealous of the fact that all these other people there were there to meet him in person and I wasn't. And even then, on his Instagram, I commented, I'm like, when he posted, he's like, yeah, Russell Brunson's created an amazing community of amazing people. And I'm like, the 1 year I don't go and you show up and you have a speech as well. And he's like, haha, I did that just to be an asshole. And I thought that was so funny. And yeah, they always have this day they call it the Academy Awards of Entrepreneurship, where they present all these awards. They have these 2 Comma Club awards for $1 million in one funnel. And there's all these people that I met a few years back. And they all got the awards. And there's people who got these $10 million awards, the 2 Comma Club X. And they have these new ones they're like these plaques that have 4 different shapes on them. There's one that has 25 million, 50 million, 75 million, and 100 million. Like, one guy who's a coach has done $100 million through ClickFunnels, which is insane. And even then, there was a few people who were just posting their screenshots today of how much money they've made. And even though I've had one of the best months of all time, I still feel envious and I still feel jealous of those people. But I'm not going to let it get to me, alright? It's just one of those moments of weaknesses we have from time to time. I'm just going to keep focusing. This month, I brought value to a couple hundred people at least, like one-on-one. And sure, I might not have made that much money, but man, it felt really good. I found a few people too who I'm going to be working with them in the future as well, so I'm not worried about that. And as I've mentioned before, at some point I'm going to pivot away from the service-based work and really into other funnels, right? I really feel that e-commerce is my calling, and I had a meeting yesterday with 2 partners on this e-commerce brand, and oh man, I am like so optimistic about this. I know eventually I can sell that brand for at least like $50 million. I'm very confident in it, just based on the way that I know all the systems. All right. And I have this dude who's an expert in this specific niche. So getting him to do the information products, wouldn't be that complicated. Finding a videographer to film this dude and create videos, get a PDF created of some sort of freebie we can give away, And then my other friend, who's the other partner, he has this place up north. So filming, and it's in the outdoors niche. I'll give it that as a teaser. He has this place up north, which I've been to a couple times, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I went up twice there this past year, in 2019 in September, and then in October again, because it's just so peaceful. There's no one there. It's like out of a storybook, this little town in Temiskaming, Quebec. I think I've talked about this before, and I've actually filmed one of the episodes up there. And the information products we can create would be absolutely awesome, and we could just absolutely dominate this niche. And we were brainstorming ideas yesterday too, and man, I've been doing it wrong. Like, I've been trying to build all this stuff by myself. Like, you need teams. That's what I realized, right? And I'm jealous of all these people who I see who've got those awards. And a lot of people, when they ask them, like, hey, what do you do with the award? Like, oh, I want to thank my team. Like, I want to thank the systems I set up. Even I was talking with Telvin, who's going to be on the episode tomorrow today. We were messaging back and forth, and he's like, oh, I think I said this. Like, the main things, I think he said something about how it was really people and systems or something, but he said talent yesterday. But then he's like, no, sorry, I misspoke. What I said was you need people, you need processes, and then you also need systems in place. And it's funny because at Funnel Hacking Live 2 years ago, that was part of the pitch that they had to sell the 2 Comma Club X program, which I bought into. And I bought into it to put my deposit down. And then a week after I got back, I had this massive anxiety attack. It just didn't feel right, honestly. I felt like I hadn't earned it yet. So I bailed out of that, and I got into another coaching program with someone else. And sure, I made some money with that other coaching program, but it just, it didn't feel right. And I tried doing what they said for a while, and I was just like, this is it. Like, I don't like the way that they're telling me to do things. In some cases, I did some things that are borderline unethical. So I'm kind of like, oh man, and I feel bad about it, honestly. But I didn't hurt anyone, honestly. I actually got all the people I work with results to a certain extent, except one dude, and I don't know what happened with him. He just kind of dropped off the face of the earth, and he still owes me money. So if anything, he should be the one who feels bad because he owes me and never paid me for that. And that's why I usually accept the money up front now for whatever gig that it is. But when you see that success and you see all these people out there, like I talked the other day about fear of missing out, but it's more this jealousy that I have right now. And I don't know. I'm sure it'll pass at this point. I just see that. I actually thought earlier, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to leave the ClickFunnels group, and I'm not going to return until I have that award. And even if it takes a few years, like I'm just going to leave that community, leave that group, and then come back in the future. So I might do that within the next few days, honestly. Like one of my old mentors, and I talked about in one of the first few episodes, this guy's done, I think he said over $100 million of coaching and information products, selling them online. And he talks about this. He's like, at some point, if you're ever in this stuff, he's like, whatever it is, whatever kind of group you're in, the only way to really grow is to leave that community for a little while and then come back. So I'm in some other communities, which I'm new to. So I'm really thinking of just leaving this main ClickFunnels group, which has 250,000 people in it, and going into other communities and really just finding myself in there instead. So that's one thing I've been thinking about, just because seeing all the posts in this ClickFunnels group, like when I've been on Facebook, just looking at it a couple times a day, I'm just like, man, I have massive FOMO. And I'm jealous of a lot of the people on there. People, again, though, I saw who had no money a couple of years ago who are on that stage now with those 2 Comma Club awards. And I'm just like, man, like, did I miss out? Did I make mistakes? Like, what did I do? But I don't know, man. I helped a lot of people this month. Like I've said, I met a few people where I see their products and I'm like, dude, like, this is $100 million business. Like, there's this one woman and I saw her product and I was like, oh my God. Like, everyone needs to have one of these in their home. Like, everyone needs 10 of these in their home. There's so many. It's a multi-use product too. So it's something where there's like 4 or 5 different avatars you could have, and you could target them with different ways, but it's more of a general product that you could sell to the masses easily. So yeah, that's been one thing where I've just been like, wow, oh my God, like this is insane. So, but yeah, I'm not going to get discouraged by this. I mean, my problem is I have my hands in too many things right now. Like even looking right now at the list of things that I have to do is very ridiculous. And yeah, it's the last day of the month. I haven't taken a single day off this entire month. I've just been working my butt off every single day. And it's good, man. Like I feel energized every day, to be honest. I don't feel burnt out, right? I'm 10xing, right? I'm obsessed now with a lot of things. And I've had a few goals. Like one of my goals this year is I want to help 100 people quit their jobs, including my brother, someone that I really care about. I want to help him. I want to help his friends, even a couple of my friends. I want to help them quit their full-time jobs. So for me, it's like I need to just put my head down and keep working, right? And really just keep going. And whatever that looks like, I mean, if people want to consult with me, I mean, my prices are going to have to go up in the future. Like, just if someone wants to buy an hour of my time, I mean, I need to charge a lot more for that. Even my business intensive, I was thinking about that, and I just doubled the price the other day. Like, I'm like, you know what? I did one of them for someone else, and it took so much work, and I'm just like, dude, I'm charging way too little for this. Like, the proposal that I created for them, the custom report, had everything that they needed. And something irked me too when I presented it to them, and he was like, yeah, I know all this stuff. And I'm just like, all right. And there's a lesson that I learned once from, it's in one of Bruce Lee's books. I think which book is it in? It's in Striking Thoughts, I think, where it's like this Zen master, where there's this Zen master and there's the student, and the student has this cup, and the student is like telling him, he's like, oh yeah, I know this, and the master just starts pouring tea into it. And then he's like, the student's like, yeah, I know this. And then suddenly the cup starts overflowing. And the student's like, wow, like what's the deal? And he's like, the usefulness of a cup is the fact that it's empty, right? So even if you think you know everything, you still have to come there with an empty perspective, right? Because you don't know anything. It's impossible to know everything. You don't know what you don't know. So it was just something that irked me a little bit. And it's like, I'm just like, man, I worked so hard on this thing. Like, this thing I've created you. Like, this is a multi-million-dollar funnel easily for your business. And I don't know, like, all about a lot of the coaching and stuff that he does in the course necessarily, but dude, like, I know internet marketing. Like, I did so much competitor analysis for them. I found all these things. In my opinion, I went above and beyond. But either way, I haven't really heard back at this point, but whether he goes with it or not, like, I don't get emotionally attached anymore to any of this stuff. And it's weird too, because I'm jealous of these people with these awards. I've never been someone who's liked trophies. They never motivated me. I've usually been motivated by money, but even I've noticed then, like, now that I feel I can just get money whenever I want, to be honest, from the internet, like, I don't know, man. There's something else, right? Like, it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I think. I think I've really hit those lower ones, and now I want higher things to really be complete as a human being. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I felt kind of jealous of a few people this week, but you know, I think that's just only human, right? So we're gonna move on. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Underground Marketing Conspiracy. If you did, I want you to consider subscribing, maybe consider listening to some additional episodes at the same time. If you want to find out more about me, you can visit maddymilligan.com. I also have a free Facebook community, which you can join by visiting you can join it by visiting overdogs.group. Again, that's overdogs.group. And my name is Maddie Milligan. I'll see you next time on another episode of the Underground Marketing Conspiracy. Ooh.